Oh, thank you for joining me today, everybody. It's so good to see you. And here we are again together, but it's a different day, right? Today is another new day, a new beginning, a chance for us to be together and to practice present moment awareness. And we're going to do that through yoga. We're going to do that through breathing. And we're going to do that by our own inner awareness and heart. So, in this very moment, why don't we sit back on our yoga mats? I'll go back to mine. And thank you for being here. You can cross your legs. You can feel free to sit up on a couple of blocks. You don't have to cross your legs, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cross my legs and sit up with you. Amazing. All right. So do move yourself around until you do feel like you've got your two sit bones grounded down into the earth. And I want you to feel as if go to your shoulders first. I feel like there's a lot of energy in these shoulders for a lot of us right now, a lot of tension. Just go to the shoulders and allow them to drop, not pushing them down, but just bringing your loving awareness to them, letting them know that you're here for them. Yeah, just that body part of tension, perhaps. And then feel a natural lift out of your heart and feel a natural lift out of the crown of your head. And we'll go ahead and bring our palms facing down. So we're bringing in that grounded energy today. I want you to feel like your legs are heavy to the ground and the crown of your head reaches up like an extension of your spine. Amazing. Let's go ahead and start with a breathing exercise. Let's use our right hand. It's alternate nostril breathing. I feel like we just have to start with it right away. So I'm going to use my right hand. We're going to block off the left side of the nostril with your ring finger of your right hand. And you're going to exhale down from the crown of your head all the way down to the earth. When you do that, you're releasing, right? So that's like let, right? And then when you go up into your body from the earth, that's go, right? So you're kind of like let go, but you're bringing it all in, the new energy, right? The new energy is coming up from the earth. All right, so from the crown, let's block off that left side nostril and together, exhale down the spine, let all the way down. And then bring the energy up, new energy. Yeah, you're transforming the energy. Go ahead and pinch your nose, hold your breath, and then exhale it down that left side, all the way down from the crown, left side body, all the way down to the organs and down to the earth. And then inhale back up again. Amazing. Pinching the nose, holding the breath, and then exhale down the right side. Inhale up the right side. Hold your breath and down the left side. Inhale up left side. Hold the breath and down the right side. Inhale up the right side. Hold your breath and down the left side. You're doing really good. Inhale up left side. Hold your breath and down the right side. Good. Release your right hand down and now take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth gently. Relax those shoulders as you do that. 2 more deep breaths in through nose. And drop the shoulders out through the mouth. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Amazing. Go ahead and bring your hands into prayer. And as you bow into your heart, can you think of, can you feel an intention, simple language, something that you need? Maybe it's something spiritual, if that's what you're connecting in with. It could be a positive statement or affirmation. So go inside, see what it is that you really need, and voice that to yourself now 3 times. Amazing. Let's chant Om together, bringing in our energies and just kind of giving the practice a blessing from our own being out into the world. The international sound of peace, which is what we need right now more than anything. So let's take a deep breath in, all of us coming together. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Let's release the hands, release the shoulders, open up your eyes, keep your gaze soft. That's it. Just you and your mat. Good. And let's come onto all fours, hands and knees. Let's move anything aside that you don't need. Move my glasses to the side and put your blocks perhaps to the front of your yoga mat. That way you always have them to go to. I'm going to put my bolster on the other side because sometimes the bolster is great to use on the other side as well, especially when we change sides. I'm going to see that my phone is working and you guys are okay. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Looks great. Okay. So coming down all fours, hands and knees. Let's go ahead and just stretch our arms out in front of us in child's pose. So big toes touching, knees apart, forehead comes down, all the way down. Get in touch now with Ujjayi Pranayam. So begin to breathe in and out through your nose as you bring your forehead down. And let's bring both hands and our head to the right side of the room, spreading the fingers wide. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Become aware of the pauses at the top of the inhale, because you can pause at the top of that inhale before you bring your breath down in every position, particularly just right now as we start. And then take your hands and your head to the other side, left side, forehead down. Deep breath in and deep breath out, softening your shoulders and becoming aware of the pause at the top of the inhale before you go down into your exhale. And then very gently coming back or coming to center. Let's come up now, all fours, hands and knees. Let's move through cat and dog. Spread your fingers wide. Have your knees a little further back than your hips. Inhale to arch. Really drop your belly here. Yeah, and then exhale and round. Yeah, let's get some movement now, spine. Inhale to arch. Oh, exhale to round. Oh, good. Inhale to arch. Just keep it really fluid, like water, right? Feeling that water energy as you move through your bones. Mostly water is in our body. So feeling that, all right, quite powerful having that element inside each one of us. In fact, all the elements are there, right? The fire, the air, the earth, it's all here for us. It's all inside us. And let's take our knees back a little bit, maybe like 3-4 inches. Let's move into these hip circles, but do it like you've never done it before, right? Like no one's watching. And like you just are doing it for the first time. So you're being very observant. You're being very curious. Like as you move your body, you're noticing it's like, oh yeah, left side hip. Oh, ooh, I might just stay there for a bit, right? So you might just stay there a bit. You might go back and forth. Notice where you need this, and then go the other side, right? So you're becoming more of a listener now to your body, right? Like a doctor would their patient. You are doing that with your body. You're listening and caring for it and doing what it needs in the moment. And then very slowly come down onto your belly and stretch your arms way out in front. Bring your forehead down. And all I would love you to do is to bend your knees. Your forehead is down. I'm just having my head up for the moment, just so that you guys get better sound, but your forehead is down. And then you're going to point and flex your feet. Point and flex your feet. Yeah, just kind of feel how it feels to move the legs. Deep breath in, deep breath out, forehead down. And then drop your feet, prop yourself up into Sphinx, turn your palms open, elbows are underneath shoulders. Breathing is in the heart. 3 deep breaths in the heart. Feel free to close your eyes and stretch your legs back further. Right, so these are those pauses that I talk about, not only at the top of the inhale, but between and inside oppositions, to remember that it's important to pause throughout our day, and particularly this moment. And we learn to pause through experiencing pausing, right? So we don't really learn it by being told to do it. We kind of learn because we are in practice with pausing, and that's what you're doing. So deep breath in and deep breath out. Pauses are a place that we can reset. We can bring our chin in now. Let's bring our forehead down to the ground. Let's bring our hands back into that cobra position. Feel free to move into Bhujangasana. Feel free to bring your legs together. That's cobra. Feel free to bring your elbows in tight and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Right? The hands could come up and you're still there. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then bring your chin in, forehead down, press up, all fours, hands and knees. Let's go right into our first downward facing dog. So spread your fingers wide, have your hands way up to the front of your yoga mat, have your crease of your wrists running parallel with your front of your yoga mat. Curl the toes under, draw the belly button in, lift your sit bones way up high. Deep breath in, nose breathing now, in and out through your nose. I'm going to come right up onto the ball of both feet just to kind of feel how it feels to stretch and to lift up through the belly. Really take the belly button up higher. Allow your head to drop without pushing it down. Relax your jaw and breathe. Go ahead and bend one knee, straighten up the other. Notice how that feels. Change sides. Ooh, feels good to move, you guys. Side to side, side to side. If you could believe it, I don't know if you know this, but sometimes I go and swim. So I was just in freezing cold water. I don't last long. It's maybe 5 minutes, but it's like a practice. All right, side to side, side to side. Definitely meditative, that's for sure. The nervous system feels calm after a minute. It's just that first minute. Anyways, TMI. All right, walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Separate your feet, hips distance apart. Toes are in a little bit more than your heels are. And we're going to inhale and lengthen, gaze up, but look down. You can lift up all of your 10 toes, draw your belly button in, and then exhale and fold in. All right, let's separate the feet a little wider. We went into a squat last week. I'd like to do it again. So as you come down, really feel your tailbone dropping, really lift up through with your heart, right? Really feel the crown of your head reach up like an extension of your spine. Come into your breath. Right. Sometimes these yoga poses are like that first minute when we're getting into cold water, because we're in this pose where we might be feeling it quite intensely, maybe in your ankles or your calf muscles. So as we breathe, as we take time to surrender and really connect with our inner body's awareness, somehow we're able to stay here then a little bit longer. We get into that sweet spot, right? But just do your best. Come out of it in any pose when you need to, and rest in child's pose when you've got to. Yeah. All right. Let's fold back over. Come back into Uttanasana. So you're forward bend. Toes are in, heels are out. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees now. Draw the belly button in and roll up very slow. Your head is the last thing to come up. Coming all the way up to stand. And once you reach up, I'd love you to reach your arms up high, all the way up, like you're starting the day, right? New beginning. Hands to heart center, right? We can always begin again. Inhale as you reach up high. Surya Namaskara, A. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold into you, all the way down. Inhale and lengthen, gaze up. Exhale, go ahead and step back, plank position. Breathing in and out through your nose, you're holding it in plank. If you need to drop the knees, you will. Draw the belly button in and up. Keep breathing. In through nose, out through nose. Stick your bum way up high. Bend your knees and drop the knees to the ground. Knees, chest and chin all the way down onto your belly. Come into your cobra or upward facing dog. And then come back into down dog as you press up and go back. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale and come up onto the ball of both feet. Exhale, lift the right leg up. If it's okay with your hip, let's try to open it up. Let's go ahead and bend the knee. Spread the toes wide and deepen our breath. Let your head soften. And perhaps you could let that left heel drop down very gently. Breathe in and out through your nose and reach up through that right leg and square your hips off. Outer right hip drops down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And release that right foot down to meet your left foot. Inhale, come up onto the ball of both feet. Exhale, lift your left leg up. Open up through your hip, bend the knee. Spread your toes wide and let your head soften. Maybe move your head side to side and deepen your breath. Straighten up your left leg and square it off. See if you could drop the right heel down. Breathe into the right heel. Inhale to exhale, let the head soften. Ears are lining up with the arms. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And releasing that left foot down. Let's go ahead and drop down into the knees. Let's bring the big toes to touch. Open the knees a little bit, but child's pose, hands behind us. Forehead down. So you're all the way down in child's pose. Your forehead is down, and this time, the shoulders can move towards the ears. So we're going to let them do that because we want them to drop and relax. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Yeah, just 2 more breaths here. Breathing deeply into your back body, particularly your adrenals and your kidneys. Allow your kidneys to be buoyant. That's it with your breath. Nice. Amazing. And then stretch your arms out in front of you. Let's come up, all fours, hands and knees. Let's go ahead and step the left foot forward. Let's go ahead and inhale and reach the arms up high. Let's go ahead and draw the belly button in and up and interlace the fingers and take the heels of the hands up. Open up through your heart. Deep breath in and exhale. See if you can sink down a little bit more, down into your hips. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Arms are moving back. Let's release the hands down. Let's grab onto our blocks. Let's curl the back toes under. We're going to lift the right knee up from the ground. So you're in this high lunge. Your left knee is pretty much above your ankle. Looks like you're ready to take off, run a race. Your heart is moving forward. Belly button is in and up. We're going to drop the right heel though. And we're going to bring any blocks to the outside of the left foot because I'd love to bring you up firstly for warrior 2. So we're going to maybe take the stance a little bit wider if that's what you need. Okay, bring the arms up. I would even look back to your right hand. Is it right where you want it? The wrist should be pretty much right where you see the other wrist. It's an ankle, right? But all the way down. Take a deep breath in. If you haven't already, start to bend into that left knee, coming right down into the middle part of your body. So warrior 2, it can be a little deceiving, right? We think that we should be completely flush to the side, but in actuality, we actually want that right hip to come in just a little bit. not completely like warrior one or anything like that, but enough to where the left knee goes to the side and we can sink down, right? Because if I were up a little bit trying to flush it out, I could only get down this far, right? So yeah, going down. You want to feel your body in these poses, feeling like that they are in the right place. Go ahead and straighten up your left leg. Take a deep breath in. You may want to shorten your stance a little bit. We're moving into triangle. If you're using blocks, they're going to the outside of your left foot. You're going to take a deep breath in. Your heart's going to lift up. Oh, so good to move and stretch with you. Let's go ahead and reach out in front of us, left arm forward, and drop your hand down right where it feels comfortable. Right, might be right where you have your block or blocks. Head goes back, upper body back. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Right arm back and then forward and up. Inhale, exhale, forward and up. Inhale to exhale. Good, forward and up. Inhale to exhale, forward and up. Amazing. And then go ahead and just release this right arm all the way up. So you're back up into this warrior two position. And I'd love you to change sides by just pivoting in your foot and going to the other side. Yeah, so you don't have to do a vinyasa. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with how we did start. So you're going to need to grab your blocks and we're going to drop down into that forward bend, or rather that really low lunge. It almost feels like a forward bend because you're down pretty low. Right knee is right above your ankle. You can see that. Inhale and reach your arms up high. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Sink it down and let's interlace the fingers. Bring the heels of your hands up. Open up through your heart. Keep moving your head back. Inhale to exhale. And my last one, I didn't have my back toes curled under. This side feels like it needs more stability, so I'm going to do it this side. So that's why you're seeing it different on me. So decide for yourself, right? As you're moving in your practice today, you know best. You're your best teacher. Releasing your hands down, let's go ahead and lift that left knee up, right? I'm just going to guide you. You're listening to your body as you reach your heart forward. Breathe in and out through your nose. And I'm light with my fingers here. Inhale to exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Find your calmness in such a challenging position to be able to be here. Find your lengthening of your breath and the pause at the top of that inhale. Oh, very gently drop the back heel. We'll start to transition into warrior two, but we're going to come up first and we're going to look back. So is your left hand where you want it to be? Is it up? Is it underneath that left ankle? So check everything out for yourself and then start to bend into that front knee. Bend, 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 sinking down, deeply breathing. Notice the shoulders and let them drop. Stretch your fingers away from one another. You're doing great, you guys. Remember that left hip is in a little bit. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale to exhale as you sink down another, I don't know, half an inch if you can. And then start to straighten up this right leg. We're going to move into triangle. So I already know that I like 2 blocks. So I'm just going to put the blocks there. I know it because I knew it on the other side, which I know this side could be different. They are different, but reaching out in front of you and then dropping your hand down and looking up. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Now looking up is the final frontier. What you could do is bring your hand down flat and look more eye level, right? So you don't have to look up. Work on pressing down evenly through both feet. Work on taking your head back, your upper body back. Work on feeling wholeness in this pose. What does that mean to you? What does wholeness mean in triangle? All right, so only you will know that as you press down into your feet and you deeply breathe. Feeling that connection to your own heart beating in these incredible shapes. Deep breath in and deep breath out. We're going to come up. We're going to bend the right knee. We're going to come into warrior two. I know we didn't do the arm thing. So we're just going to go back into this. And what I'd like to do is just straighten up the right leg, go back into triangle, and take that left hand behind you and forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So you feel the rotation in your arm. You feel that it's opening up a little bit more with each breath, with each movement. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. And then releasing your left hand to your side, bend the right knee, come into that warrior two again. As you sink down, deep breath in and deep breath out. Let's go ahead and straighten up the right leg. Pivot now, your right foot in, looks like this. Release hands to hips. Look at your big toes. Line up your big toes with one another. See that. Inhale, lengthen, gaze up. Exhale, slide your hands down the backs of your thighs, come all the way down, and bring one hand just down into your sight where you can see, all the way down, just one hand down. And then bring the other hand up without moving your hips. How do we do that? How do we turn to one side and keep the hips squaring off? Well, we're just going to do our best. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Keep reaching up with this left arm. And here's the other thing I see a lot. This upper arm, if you guys can see, I don't know if you can see me, but a lot of folks do this. Do you see that? You see how my hand is turned away? And that's not it. So I would take it more out to the side, try to open it, and then bring it up. Yeah. And then change sides. So other hand down, other arm up without moving your hips. So you may not twist that far, and that's okay. Yeah, deep breath in and deep breath out. And remember, we're going to take that arm forward. We're going to bring it back and up, and we're going to breathe. And then we're going to release it all the way down. And just let your head drop down into the space. Let your head drop. Let the jaw drop. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. Let's go ahead and stretch the arms out in front of us, like the longest, widest down dog. Just feels like the right transition, right? So toes are in, heels are out, sit bones are rising up, thighs are going back, ears are lining up with arms. Inhale to exhale. Good. All right. So drop down onto your knees. I'd like to move into a hip opener. This is called Gomukhasana with Gomukhasana arms. So let's do this together. You might need a blanket, and you also might need your blocks. So what I'm going to do is kind of go off to the side a little bit so you can see me get into it. All right, so what I'm going to do is bring my right leg over the left leg. So it looks like this. And I'm going to try to open my feet behind me, and I'm going to try to see if I can sit down between my feet, not on my feet. So that's the task, and to keep these two knees somewhat together. So as you go back and as you try to sit down, you'll notice that maybe this right knee comes up a lot, right? That's okay, just means the hips are a little tight. You're not alone. So what I do is I get my blanket and I put the blanket to the right height underneath my left sit bone. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to put it underneath, and now I feel a little bit more level, like I can be here. And then I'm going to work on moving my knees together. So you're bringing the knees together, like manually getting in there, and try to bring them together. And you're not sitting on that right heel, so be sure that you're not. And you're going to sit up nice and tall. And you might be feeling this a lot in your hips. If you're not feeling this very much, or you have knee issues, go onto your back and do thread the needle, and then I can show it to you. Or what you should do is pigeon, regular pigeon, okay? All right, so let's reach out with our hands, and let's maybe grab onto our blocks and just start to bring our head down into the space. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I'm not going to do the upper arm version of Gomukhasana, just the legs today. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And remembering, those of you who need to see thread the needle, you would just be on your back like this. Yeah, with right ankle on that left knee all the way back, hugging this left knee in, right? Yeah, so that's your option if you need that. All right, 3 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale. You're doing really good. 2 more. And as you do those breaths, I want you to really watch at the top of that inhale that you can pause a bit before you take that exhale all the way down and move into the inhale again. That's it. Good. So to come out of this pose, I can do it a fancy way for you, or you can just make sure that your left knee is above your right. Okay, because the right knee's above us right now, right? The right knee's closest to our face. So to get out of it and to move onto the other side, the fancy fun way is you would make a 360 move to the left side. So let's do that. 360 move all the way back to the front of your yoga mat. And there you are. Voila. You've got your left knee on top of the right. So if that didn't work out for you, again, you're not alone. I'm sure that, when I first started, I couldn't do that. Okay, so you're sitting back down in between your heels. Now this is the right side bump that's probably going to need some of the blanket to even you out a little bit, right? So what I do is lift up, put the right side bum with a little bit of blanket so I can sit up and move those knees together as best as possible. And then see if you can inhale, sit up, and then exhale, come out, just as long as your heels, like you're not sitting on your heels. That's really the main thing. Yeah. And then coming all the way out, deep breath in and deep breath out. Really surrender the legs. Tendency here sometimes is for knees to really ache. So if that is happening, please don't do it. Do something different. Those of you who don't want to lay down, you come up and breathe here for 3 more deep breaths. One more deep breath. Amazing. Wow, you've done really good today, you guys. So now release your legs. We're not going to do it the fancy way. We're just going to open out the legs wide, all the way out wide, and grab your bolster or your pillows or something that you have, to assimilate that. And we're going to come into Jani Shirsasana. So you're bringing your bolster on top of your left leg, and you're going to bend the right knee and bring the right sole of the foot to the inner edge of your thigh. Yeah, that's it. And then this bolster is going to go right on top. If you have a right knee that's coming up pretty high, get your blanket or your block and put it right underneath it so that it feels level. It doesn't feel like it's hanging. All right, looks good. Turn up your left palm, place it on top of your bolster. I'd love you to reach out to your toes all the way out and bring the right arm up, turning the palm open towards the ceiling. I want you to feel like you could lean over that left side of you. Lean over, but still a lifting up through your heart. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Nice. Amazing. And you can turn your right palm down whenever you need it. You feel like you need to change it. Breath in, breath out. And then gently releasing that right hand down. Drop your head down and square your hips straighter now to this straight leg. And let's get a block to bring our forehead down into the space and do a more restorative Jani Shirsasana. Breath in and breath out. Just being very gentle with yourself. And you're still feeling a nice stretch. Maybe you're feeling that left hamstring lengthening out, even in your more surrendering position. We want to embody these poses We want to really feel them for all that they are while we're in them, because we get out of them rather quickly. We don't always feel like we are when it's in the moment. But just feel it. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Feeling is healing. Healing is feeling. And then let's come on up. Let's take a moment. Just go ahead and cross your legs. Just pause. Find that pausing moment for a moment. Yeah, just kind of sitting back. You can close your eyes. Notice your body, feeling your body, and lifting up through your heart. Feeling your body's energy, feeling your body feeling healthy. Even when we're ill, even when we're sick, the body's always trying to move to balance, to homeostasis. So sometimes when folks say, "How are you feeling today?" and I'm sick and I've got a virus, I'll say, "I'm healing." They'll say, "But you're sick." And I'll be like, "Well, yeah, but why did I get sick? Probably because I did too much and I was opened up to the sicknesses around me, right? So I probably need to rest. And it's probably because there's an imbalance. And so I'm healing." So that'll always be my answer. Deep breath in, probably. Deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So just remember that whenever you're sick, you're healing. All right, let's release our feet. Let's go ahead and take this right leg out, and let's bring the sole of the left foot to the inner edge of your thigh. Put padding underneath your left knee, right? So that you can feel the lift and not feel like you are caving down. So if that was just hanging, that could put pressure on my hips. So if that's you, just take care of that. And then bring your bolster over. If you've already started, bring your bolster up close. You turn your right palm open and bring this left arm up towards the sky. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Amazing. You're doing great, you guys. Bring that left arm out further, 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 further. Feel free to turn the palm down. Inhale to exhale. Head is back. Good. And then if you've started already, that left hand will drop down. You'll start to square your hips more towards the straighter leg, and you'll start to bring your forehead down into the space. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Forward bends are very good for calming us. Forward bends are really good for bringing us into the now. As we feel the breath move and as we feel the meditational aspect of it with our head dropping into the space, we're grateful to breathe. Amazing. So bring yourself up now. And before we move, just cross your legs, just very quickly, just breath or two here, noticing the effects of your practice up until this moment. One more deep breath. All right. So for this next position, we're going to lay down on the floor. We're going to start to move into final rest. But what I would like to do is, can you have a bolster if you do have one, or a blanket? And also, if you do have wall space, that might be good. Um, for now, though, you're just going to lay on your back and hug your knees in. So kind of just get yourself settled, like having the things that you need nearby. You're hugging your knees in and you're rocking yourself from side to side. And you'll come into your own twist by taking your knees over to the right and gazing to the left. And I'm going to show you where you're going to end up. So while you do your twists, I will set myself up to show you where we're going to go. All right, so deep breath in, deep breath out, twisting on your side, feeling the breath through your whole spine. Inhale to exhale. And go ahead and inhale now and bring your knees back in towards your chest and exhale and change your side. Deep breath in and deep breath out. As you twist to one side, you're breathing into your spinal column and relax your gaze, relax your head. Allow everything to be relaxed in your twist. And then very slowly come back and come back with your knees hugging in. And go ahead, and if you can see the screen, I want you to see where we're moving now. So you may not have one of these, like a chair, but this might be the wall for you. Maybe you're taking your legs up on the wall, and it looks like this. You would be away from the wall. You'd be probably a good at least 5 to 10 inches of your bum away from the wall. Notice how I'm away from the chair. So palms are open, the bolster's lining up with the spine. My bum is on the ground, right? It's coming off the bolster. My hands are going to go out to the side. This feels really good. So if it doesn't feel really good for you, you just may not have it in the right positioning. And I can always come over and see. But on the other hand, if you're doing this with the recording and you don't like this position, just take your legs up on the wall, right? Because this is where we're going to slowly end up in final rest. And some of you might decide that you don't want to be here in final rest. Some of you might decide, you know what? I just want to put a bolster underneath my knees and lay back. So if that's you, feel free to do that. Otherwise, now together, once you are settled, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and gently let it out through your mouth, letting go of any tension in the body and beginning to let go of your practice. If you feel like you're comfortable enough to be here in final rest, you absolutely can stay. Another deep breath in and letting it out. Good. Really let the exhale out all the way to the end. Take another deep breath in and let it out. Relax your eyes. Feel free to put something over your eyes. And also notice, like, maybe you don't need a pillow. Maybe you'll move away the pillow that's behind your head. Maybe that doesn't feel so great. Maybe you do want to move it away. So I want you to know that there's always a chance to change your position. You don't have to be where you're at. But if you are happy where you are, I want you to now let go of your breathing, let go of your conscious breath. Just allow your body to take in the practice that was provided today and allow the body to receive the benefit through your final rest. Relaxing your jaw, your eyes, relaxing your skull and your head, your arms. Relax your shoulders. You've been really working on relaxing those shoulders. Relax your heart, your dear little heart. Relax your heart. It's been working so hard. So much going on right now, but guess what? You're inside. You're in your own awareness and you're at your eagle's perch, right? You're observing everything. Yeah, you're not getting involved. You're helping yourself evolve instead, right? You're allowing your belly to relax and your left, right hip is relaxing as well. Left, right hip side relaxing. Relax your pelvic floor, your thighs, your knees. your calf muscles and your ankles, and the top of your feet, and the bottom of your feet, and all 10 toes. Let everything drop. So as you lay here and you're observing yourself in this position, you begin to open up your eyes and you can just stare, just kind of staring off into space and feeling the breath moving in the body and out the body. You feel like you can start again, that you can go off now into your day, feeling more centered and in your heart center. And you can move your fingers and your toes. Or if you're doing this video and you're about to go to bed, and you can feel that you can relax into bed. Both is true, both can happen. And let's start to release the feet down. And if your feet are up on the wall, you're going to start to bring them down. Or if you're up on a chair, you start to hug the knees in. I can't hug my knees in because I'm using the bolster. But I'm going to roll to the side, and you could too. If you're on a bolster, go ahead and roll off to the side, and you can rest to the side, or you can come up. I'm going to come up. Otherwise, I would do something to my earphone, and that wouldn't be good for you guys. And you can come into your cross-legged seat, closing your eyes. I'll come a little bit more forward so I can see you guys. But you're just got your eyes closed. You're sitting up nice and tall. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and coming back to your conscious breath. Feeling your crown lift up like an extension of your spine. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart. And let's chant Om together, sealing in our practice. Take a deep breath. Let's gently bow into our heart. Let's take a moment here to give thanks to all the many blessings that yoga brings to you and to all those with whom your life touches. Go ahead and lift up our head. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste. And remember that we're all going through a lot right now, to be gentle with yourself and don't believe the hype. Just be inside here, okay? You've got this. Thank you so much, ladies. And men, if they watch it later. Bye for now. I'll turn off the video.